Hey, what's good? Manuel here, and in this video we're still trying to turn $200 into over $28,000 over the span of 52 weeks, but it's not quite as easy as it seems. This right here is the plan. This is what I'm trying to do: increase the account by 10% each week for 52 weeks. That's a lot of consistency. 10% doesn't seem so bad, but 52 weeks in a row? Yo, you start at 200. We end at $28,408. And this is week 2, so there we go. So yeah, week 0 we start at 2, or the beginning of the first week. After week 1 we start at 220, which is this week. And where we want to be by the end of the week is 242. So that's what we're gunning for. This week, we're trying to get that 242. And then if you're somebody who likes to speed run things, if you want to go through, run the whole gauntlet, hey, that's you. Next level, 266.20. Week 4, 292.82. Week 5, 322.10. That's the goal. Let's get to it. Family. It's a lot more difficult to get where you're trying to go when you start off facing the wrong direction. That's what I did today. This week, hey, it looks like it's going to take more than one day to get to the goal. Let's start off by taking a look at the portfolio, seeing where we are. And then let's hop in the charts, see what I was looking at, and then follow up and see what do we need to do to get where we need to be this week. All right, so without further ado, let's get to it. All right, so here we are in the good old Moomoo. All right, so we're here looking at Moomoo, and just kind of looking at it on the day, you can see our account balance is sitting at 227. Hey, that's higher than what we started the day at. We're up $2 on the day. Less than 1%. So we got 9.11% to go, but we made progress. And also, like, when you think about where we started, hey, we're doing great. But sometimes when you, like I said earlier, when you start off going in the wrong direction, it takes that much more work to get where you're trying to go. So looking at it, we have, whoa, hold up. Looking at it, we got $227 cash and 25 cents. There is $225.41 withdrawable. The full 227 buying power. Don't fully understand it, but let's move on. Going on, looking at the positions I took today, I started the day off looking at a put, and I want to show you why in a minute. Looking at the put, luckily I got time on this, or I would have lost so big on this. I paid, here, let's go to history. It's going to be a little confusing here because I canceled some orders, but looking at the orders I actually got, started out, I bought a put. I paid $224. All right, the put did not go my way. You can see right here, I set in sell order for $250 because if I hit that $250, I wasn't going to be greedy. I was going to get out. All right. So I did go up a little bit on it, but it didn't end up moving enough to work out in my favor. So I ended up closing out at 175, and then like pretty much like right after, here, let's show you the times. All right, so I placed this order to buy this at 10:31 and 32 seconds. I don't know when I got filled. I think it was like right immediately. And then at 12:22 was when I sold out and took my loss, took my L. All right. So that's the first position. So took an L on that. I think that's like $49. And then right after that, so you can see I put in my order to sell at 12:22. And then at 12:23, I was in this call, pretty much trying to ride and go up the other way. All right, so we paid 168, so a little bit less than what I missed out on the other one. And now that I think about it, had I adjusted kind of my take profit, I think I would have got filled, and I think I actually hit the target for the day, which is a little bit of a bummer, kind of going back, but it's cool. Getting back to it, got in for 168 at 12.23, and then I ended up finally selling out at over here at pretty much like right before market close, a minute and a half before the market close. Sold out at 219, and ended the day in the green. So I think we came up like $50 on that. Let's see. Yeah, we came up $51 on this, 49 on this, and that's kind of where we closed out the day. All right, so now let's hop in the charts, because I believe this is where the real learning happens, what makes it so valuable. All right, so here we are looking at the SPY. This is kind of what I was looking at today. We can forget about the 48 EMA, but just so y'all know, everything that's on my chart, everything I see, this right here is the 13 EMA. If you don't know how to set it up, or if you want to know how to set yours up like mine, be sure to check out this video right here. I'll have that linked above. And then, I have that on the 13 EMA. That's the 13 EMA. I have the RSI down here. And then everything else you see is either a trend line or a horizontal ray. So coming in, looking at it, the first trade I took, I bought at the worst point. So first trade I bought kind of right here. I don't think I bought it right at, no, that's an hour into market open. All right, so market was open for about an hour. Then I finally buy I buy something over here. Oh, I think I bought it like right here, like as it was coming down. So I think I got rid of it, but to start the day, I think I had support down here, and then we had this candle kind of break and close down here. So we got like a fake out over here. So here, let me try to make this a little bit more clear. So going to where the day started, the market opened. Here, let me mark it for you. I think market open was this candle right here. All right, so market opens, we drop, we come back up, and like after we drop, we kind of have some trouble coming below this 578.50. So I'm like, okay, that's a lower time frame support. I'm trying to figure out like how I really want to do this, just because, you know, I like to swing trade more than I like to day trade. And as of right now, I feel like to get 10% is more of a day trade for me. So yeah, taking a look at it, we got, what is it? We came down here, formed some support, came back up, and I was like, okay, we're riding the EMA down. And then we continued to kind of, like, we didn't close above the EMA here. Then we came down here, and I'm like, okay, we're back below support. I'm like, hey, let me get a put and see if we can ride it. So I pretty much, like right after I got in, came down, and I was up a little bit, and then it pretty much didn't go there at all anymore. So by this point, kind of found the trend line, and we came up here, and we were still respecting it. So I'm like, oh, there's a chance. And then we kind of like rode down over here, and I'm like, okay. I'm like, it's going to fall, it's going to fall. And then we came over here really close. I'm like, oh yeah, it's ready to do it. And then we broke this trend line. And pretty much what happened, like once I realized that, like right in here, I think I sold out. Like we hit my stop loss. I sold out myself. I didn't wait for it to get sold. I didn't set it myself. I sold it out myself. And yeah, I sold out about right here, bought about right here. And pretty much this first run right here, if I would have sold out, I would be like $2 from the target, because this was money. I got And unfortunately, I got a little bit greedy. I'm like, yo, I'm like 2 cents from where I want to be, or 2 cents per share, $2 overall. And then, yo, it pulls back, consolidates, and as time goes over, I think it was worth like 247, the contracts. All this happens. We pop up, get out like kind of over here in this range. I think I actually got in, I actually was able to like sell out kind of in this area. And yeah, I sell out for 219 pretty much. So pretty much what's happened here was I'm just playing trend lines. I feel like this is going to be the easiest way to kind of play this. Go with whatever trend the market kind of sets. So I kind of noticed like both days, last week and today, it's like the market will kind of set a trend. It'll go that way. And then it looks like usually around 11, the trend will either strengthen, it'll get a larger move, or we'll get a reversal. So this 11 p.m. Central Time is kind of looking, or 11 a.m. Central Time, like as of right now, I'm thinking about it, it's starting to look like a good time for entry. So yeah, that's kind of where I am right now. Once again, we're at 227. The goal is to be about 245, which is crazy to think. Like, I like to be a little bit ahead of the goal, but I was actually there today and I should have just taken profits. But hey, it is what it is. Looks like I need to make around $20 tomorrow. I only have 1 day trade left because I used 2 of them, but that's not anything I want to let get too far in the way. So because I only have 1 day trade, I'm gonna have to play it a little bit more patient, wait for a little bit better of a setup. What's up, family? Hey, we got a day 2 this week. Ideally, gets it done as fast as possible, but things didn't go the way that I would like them to today. All right, so let's hop in. Let's take a look at the portfolio. All right, so here we are taking a look at Moomoo. As you can see right now, the account is down $18.15 on this trade. I'm down $18.15 on the trade. All good, not over. The day is over. The market is closed. Had I swung the contract I had yesterday, would have been done, but I didn't want to swing. And today, hey, we're swinging. So that's kind of how it is. I did try to leave an order in case we went and hit the level, but we didn't. But it's after hours. And let's look at the chart. All right, so here we are looking at the charts. As you can see right now, looking at QQQ, this is what we took a trade on. I grabbed a 500 put on the QQQ that expires in about, or on the 22nd. Today's the 23rd. All right, so looking at it, I took a trade today. So I've mostly been using trend lines. That's what I did today. First trade, kind of had this trend line on a, this almost looks like, hold up. Okay, so I think the trend line looked a little more like this. So I think I was looking at it like this. And yeah, once we kind of broke this trend line, I was like, oh, maybe it's going to come down. Didn't exactly happen like that. So we came to the trend line, then we kind of consolidated. So now if this trend line were to continue on, would have a long way it can go. But there was this trend line that's kind of been going since this was before the market opened. And just kind of taking a look at it, taking a look at the trend line. This is kind of how it was. So it looked like there was a level of resistance right at 515. We kind of spent a little bit above it, or we got above it, but we didn't get too much further. And we're also in a 4-hour supply zone, which is part of the reason why I feel comfortable swinging this trade. So if we go back, this candle right here is a supply zone. And also in combination with us being overbought on the RSI, I feel comfortable enough to swing it. And then also Looking at it, with us being oversold like this, or overbought like this, one thing that I feel like we can come and target is at least the EMA, which would be about this 505 level of support. And right now, I don't need that move. I don't need the stock to move anywhere near that much in order for me to make the profit, make the trade. So right now, if I get a move to 511, I'm solid. But yeah, if we come to this EMA, I'm even better. Coming out of a supply zone, being overbought like this, I would think we could at least do this, pull back. If not, pull back here. I'm not going to be greedy. I'm just looking for this pullback. I'm getting out. So yeah, that's how we're doing Tuesday. That's the game plan. If we get above 520, I gotta take my L, gotta take my spanking, and then gotta probably sit on my hands and just take the L for the week. I'm gonna still keep moving forward, but one important thing is not to self-destruct, because it's definitely been something I've done before. But yeah, that's kind of where we are today on Tuesday, and just want to kind of come back down to a lower time frame. I know it looked like right here it came all the way up here, but no, the highest it came today was around 517, so it's really not that bad. But yeah, I had this kind of targeting like this 511 area, because that'll probably be, I should for sure be in profit right there. But honestly, if I were looking at the full trade of what I feel like it should at least do, this is kind of the risk to reward setup currently. That's Tuesday. Hopefully Wednesday is the last day I have to see you this week. It's Friday morning, probably explains why my face is looking puffy. But this week is taking longer than I expected. Things aren't looking the best. It's only week 2, but a little early adversity never hurt anyone. I mean, unless of course we don't get through it. But besides the fact, we're going to do what we can to not blow up. That's a big thing. And just continue to trade another week. So let's hop in the portfolio. Let me show you how we're sitting, and then let's hop in the charts and see kind of what the plan is today, because we got today and we'll see if we hit it today. But as of right now, I'm not really banking on anything. We'll see what the market gives us. All right, so here we are in the portfolio. We are currently down. Got $1.12 of buying power, down to 142 on this stock. Currently holding 2 options, holding a 157.5 Google put that I'm down 650 on. That should be down more, because in pre-market we're up on that. That stock is up, so should be down more on that. Expires next week, so it's like it'll fluctuate, but there should still be money there. And then I got a call to go against it in case the market does go up and we rock it up. So that's kind of what I'm holding in, just to show you kind of the purchase. Well, you can see the purchase price here. So I purchased the Google put for 118 and the SPY call for 41. And then like when it comes to when I bought them, I bought the Google put on the 14th at 11:02, and then that same day I bought the SPY call at like just a little bit, like an hour before close. And just wanted to, expecting a move. I was expecting a move from one of them, still am, but we've kind of been range bound. So I want one of them to outpace the other, and I am willing to hold on to them till Tuesday and like accept the fact that, hey, I may not do this, like really get what I'm trying to get this week, but that's okay. There's another week. Time moves on. We don't want to just completely blow up the account though. We can do what we need to do with $100. So here we are looking at the charts on the SPY, and just taking a look at it. The SPY is moving up. that call I had was it was a 604 call, but of course this progress is good. So I purchased that call. I think honestly I purchased the call like around in this area. I think because I bought it on Thursday, so I think I bought it in this area. So it's good that it's been moving up. Honestly, I should be a little bit in the green at open. If it wants to follow this trend line, this is a 1 hour chart. If it wants to follow this and continue following this, that contract should end up doing some good things for me, or at least kind of keeping the balance between things. If it does run up here, I'm going to sell that one. If we can get that all done, I'm gonna sell out of that. When you zoom out, there is some liquidity here at this level, and I kind of don't want to hold. Let me I want to mark this liquidity, because if we come here, I intend on selling out, so want to have that there. But yeah, right now riding a trend line on that one, and if we can get up here, I'm cutting out of that. Hopefully that can happen today. But looking at Google, yeah, Google is also popping up. So I bought Google over here. It's been up, it's been down. It's also riding a trend line. I low-key had an opportunity to get out yesterday with a little bit of profit, but I also had no idea. We still haven't got the move that I've been expecting. So right now, I'm just continuing to hold both of them. Honestly, it's better for me to get out of the SPY before getting out of the Google. Got 2 extra days on the SPY, so or 2 extra days on Google, so it's actually better out of the two to move up, even though Google was the more expensive one. So we'll kind of see. There should be some resistance up here. If we do make it up here, I believe we'll get smacked down. So if we can do that all today, I think things can actually turn out and be executed well, but we'll kind of have to see, family. So that's how we're doing right now. And yeah, I guess I'll see you at the end of the day. Hopefully before that, it'd be nice if we could just pull something off right away. But hey, a couple days have passed. Did not hit my goal this week, but the show continues on. Actually down a considerable amount from where I want to be. And let's take a look at the state of things, because we're down, but hey, sure as heck not out. So let's look. All right, so here we are taking a look at Moomoo. My account is down to a value of $34. If we take a look at my current holdings, I am holding a put on the Qs. I am down 46% on. I grabbed this with what I kind of had available. I still have like an additional $6 cash, but yo, down bad on this challenge. All right, so just to show you how that happened, I think I may have taken 2 trades on Friday. Let's see. No, it was just 1 trade. So I bought a SPY on the call. It was like a daily SPY call. It was right here. It was a 596. Ended up having to sell out at a loss. So it is what it is with those. And also, I forgot that morning I also took a loss on the SPY call I bought the day before. Sold out for 20, which left me with not much, but I was, for the most part, glad I sold out because it ended up doing worse. That's why I bought this other SPY call. I think it would have done a little better, closer to the money, and it had room to run. And then also sold out on my Google put for 54 because Google actually blasted higher. And yeah, that's kind of how it is. So we're going to take a look at all those charts. One thing I do want to say is this SPY call I did take, it ended up doing what I was expecting it to do. Look, so right here, if we look at the quotes, we can see that the price, let's see, I bought it when it was around 69. I think like kind of in this area. Once it came down here, I was like, yo, we can't take that. But it kind of went up coming into the end of the day, ran up to about 124. I didn't have enough time on this contract to hold like this. So I cut out because I'm not trying to do that. But with that being said, here, let's move in and look at the charts. All right, here we are looking at the SPY. This is the 15-minute chart. Each one of these candles represents 15 minutes of time on Friday. And taking a look, this is the trade I took. So right here, I think I entered right here on this candle. Let's actually drop down to a 5. So I entered right here on this candle. I didn't actually show where I exited, but yeah, we ended up coming down. I think I ended up exiting about in here after we confirmed, and then pretty much, yeah, I was stopped out. So I was like, yo, I'm going to take the L. Looking very bad on this challenge, but hey, gotta keep on. And then after that, like, I got in one run too soon. The run that I was looking for looks like would have played out about right here. Had I been able to wait till a little later, I probably would have been able to ride this right here. So right here, once again, we kind of consolidate outside. We've gotten our confirmation. Then we start moving. We took out this high. So realistically, if I would have gotten in this trade at a more favorable point, probably would have been over here somewhere or over here. So probably wouldn't have benefited as much, but hey, nonetheless. Going on and looking at a larger time frame, this whole week it's looked like we should have dropped. So that's kind of what I've been waiting on. I believe that Google play, that play on the QQQ I was in earlier, I actually believe both of those trades will do well. I'm currently in a put on the Qs that I think will do well. So kind of taking a look just after the market close, we see this black candle right here. The US got a credit downgrade, so that could send us down. And if it sends us down, if we gap down on Monday, anything like that, if we come down to fill this gap, hey, we're good on the challenge, and we're back. Going on, kind of taking a look at the Qs just to kind of show you. I think the strike I have on the Qs is about 496, so that's about this. I don't need that full move. I need it to move. Definitely need it to move. Like if it moves to 505, if it gaps down to 505, anything like that, I'm probably back where we need to be for this challenge. But hey, that's kind of that. But yeah, if we do any kind of gap filling, anything like that, hey, we're back. And then last but not least, it's kind of out of order. Just kind of want to show what happened with Google. So yeah, pretty much Google to start the day coming back to a lower time frame. So, Google closes like somewhere down here previous day, and I'm like, oh, there's a good chance it can break down, and I'm about to get my payday. But nah, Google ends up pushing up more for another day, or just to start the morning. This is the market open candle right here. Goes up, goes crazy, then kind of like sells off, and then kind of trades sideways the rest of the day. Then right here, this is where we got that news about the downgrade on the markets for the US. And yeah, it sold off and it's now below the trend line. So coming into this next week, everything looks like it's ready to sell off. Everything looks like it's ready to consolidate, come down, break its trend. We're overbought on the RSI for everything. So I'm pretty optimistic for this week. Everything looks like it's in an area to do what I've kind of been wanting it to do all week. It's one of the more difficult natures about doing this every week. May not hit it every week, but trying to hang in there and continue to make these trades.